Tranont does is they focus on financial education. Now let's think about this for a second. How many of us feel most people are pretty stupid with money? That's none of you. We're talking about other people out there, okay? All the ones that didn't come tonight, those are the ones we need to talk to, all right? But most people are pretty dumb with money, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and it just shows, just turn on the news and you'll see all the crazy things about debt and about, all of these things that people are really, really, not just creeping into, they're jumping into debt in a rapid rate, and most people just don't know how to handle money. And we can't really fault them because they didn't learn. Do we really have a platform that teaches financial education? No. Is it taught to us from when we're young, through the educational system? No. So where do we learn it from?
Our parents.
Okay, parents, hopefully, right? My parents just told me, don't spend every cent you make. That was my financial education, which, that didn't work. Okay? That was my financial education. Sometimes when I fly around, people say YouTube. Okay, all right, I'll go with it. But let's just really hit it right where it counts, and let's just say trial and error. Is that okay? Yeah. Because trial and error is where really we're gaining most of our knowledge from. And it really stinks to be on the error side, doesn't it? And it seems like errors stack up pretty rapidly, and nobody wants to be in that type of situation. So Tranont is targeting, or we're going to teach 95% of people financial education. The 5% of individuals are the wealthiest of individuals out there in the country and world, and those individuals pay people to handle their money. Right? Is that true? Right. But can 95% of people afford to pay people to handle their money? No. Not all the time. And here's what I'll tell you. The people that do handle money, the financial planner-like people of the world, do they want to spend time with the wealthy, or do they want to spend time with the 95%ers? The wealthy. So you see how the system's broken. Yeah. The system is completely broken because where most people need the financial education, it's not provided, and obviously the wealthy of wealthy can obviously do and pay what they need to get it done. So we're targeting the 95% of people. Now here was my situation. Reason struck home with me is that I have been successful in my business life. Okay? I've made lots and lots and lots of money, but guess what I've done with it? Spent it. I've blown it every single time. I get a promotion, I buy a new car. I get a promotion, I move. I get a promotion, I buy a more expensive car. Right? Don't laugh at me, you do it too. Okay? And every one of us always go and we match our lifestyle to our income. Is that true?
Yes.
And that's a problem. It's a problem. And so what I loved about Tranont, what I loved about what they're doing in this industry, is that they're properly teaching people, not just money education, but entrepreneur education, which goes hand in hand so perfectly. So I'm going to map you through this over the next few minutes, and really help you understand exactly the opportunity that you guys are staring at, the opportunity you're staring at right here in Houston, which is massive. You guys don't even understand it yet, but it's massive. But what Tranont's mission is to change the world's economy one household at a time. We're going to do that through education. And we're going to do that because as we educate family after family after family after family, we really truly believe we can alter the economy. 100%. We really believe it. And you guys can obviously help us here in the Houston and the greater Texas area. You can help us reach. We need voices. We need people that are going to really go out there and let people in on all the secrets and information that we're giving people that most people don't get or understand. Now, Tranont's been around for, we'll be celebrating our 4-year anniversary this October. When we first got started in Tranont, the company, they had a pretty kind of okay start their first couple of years. We attracted about 5,000 associates across North America in our first couple of years, which to some of you that sounds pretty respectable, but it's not that really great of a monstrous launch. In 2016, last year, we brought on 16,000 new associates just last year in 2016, which calculated into 500% revenue increase growth last year in 2016. And the reason I tell you this is because we figured a few things out in our first couple of years, like every business does. But then in 2016, our third year, boom, we had a really monstrous spike because we really now have Tranont dialed in to exactly what it is, and it's very, very, very much a very fast-growing machine right now. Like I said, we do business in North America, so U.S. and Canada. We will be going to other countries, obviously, as it makes sense, but right now, U.S. and Canada, which there's 350 million people to talk to in North America, so I don't think any of you are going to catch all of those people anytime soon. Okay? Now, we were just featured in Prosper Magazine in February of this year, and we have offices that are in Salt Lake City, our home headquarters, as well as Vancouver and Toronto that make up our North American support. All right? Now, what we do and what we teach is very simple. We teach this financial education in a 3-step model. Okay? 3. Make it simple, keep it simple. I teach very simple. You're not going to hear really educated, large words come out of my mouth. I don't go there. I love simplicity. I love it. Now, what we do is we want to help you better your current financial situation right now. Right now. Let's not talk about extra money yet. Okay? Let's just talk about what you make. Think about what you make right now, every month and every year. Right now, think about that number. And can you admit that you could probably be smarter with that number that you do make? Okay. So Tranont wants to obviously educate you and teach you on the tricks to increase that value of what you do make, regardless. Now, this is not my, obviously, hope, but regardless of whether you make lots of money with us, right? We want you to walk away from this Tranont experience saying, dang, they taught me some really valuable things that got my life straightened out and got my financial situation squared away. Okay? So, the very first step, we utilize what we call our core. Our core is a monthly offering that consists of 7 different services within it. Now, the first one here is called the OneView. Now, the OneView is a software that takes all your financial data and it pulls it together into one location. So think about your bank accounts, your credit cards, your loans, your investments, anything you have money related. We have 16,000 hooks that can go grab information from institutions out there, right? So we can now go and link all your data together into one dashboard where you can really have simple, easy access to see what's coming in and what's going out. Now, all of us love technology, correct? Yes. But when was the last time any of you, and some of you that are younger, have ever watched anyone balance a checkbook? Okay? Some of you are like, what is that? I get it, okay? I watched my mom balance a checkbook my entire life, but in today's technology-driven world, we live in a swipe, 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 I'll log in a couple of weeks and see how everything's looking. That true? Yeah. And we don't really pay that close attention to exactly where our money is going. Obviously, we're consciously swiping, but you don't really assess where you're at. It's just swipe, 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 swipe. Hopefully I make enough to pay it off. I don't. Okay. Keep swiping. Right? So the OneView is designed to really start to show you your habits of spending. So it's going to start categorizing everything out to really show you where you tend to spend most of your money. Now, when you turn on this service, the last 90 days of your financial history are going to pull up right in front of your face. So it's going to quickly be a pleasant moment, or it could be quite a slap in the face, right? I didn't say it, you did, right? It could be something that really puts you a little bit on your heels and you're like, wow, hold on, I didn't even understand or think it was, that situation. Now, when this gets turned on, we see a couple of things. Number one, we see people that are shocked and floored and blown away by the amount of money they spend on food. Okay? Food is big. Food is big. I had a 19-year-old that joined Tranont, turned on his OneView, $2,500 he realized he spent in food as a 19-year-old. He makes $60,000 a year, which kudos to him, right? As a 19, he makes really, really good money. Half of it gets spent on food. Now, let me tell you about my buddy, okay? The next month, we don't do anything, hardcore. We're not like yelling at him like, that's bad, you're dumb. What are you doing? We didn't do that. He obviously realized that himself. 30 days later, okay, month 2, he only spent $1,700 on food. Only because we showed him what a problem looked like he processed it and assessed it himself, and he decided to make better decisions with his money. End of story. That's it. Okay? Another one that people are shocked and floored by, is the amount of money they spend on coffee.
Yes. Starbucks.
Okay? Not on coffee. Well, I get it. You got car payments coming out to Starbucks every single month. All right? I know. I get it. Okay? So, those things just start to become really right on the front of your brain, and we can help you just start to make decisions that can better your situation without really altering too much of your lifestyle. It's just thinking a little bit differently, and we can make drastic amounts of difference in your life just with that software and an app on your phone. All right? Service number 2 is Tranont Defend, which is identity theft protection. Okay? Do you guys think that identity theft is going to slow down or speed up? Yeah. It's going to speed up. Obviously, I mean, look, if Target can have data breaches, why are you not susceptible to having somebody take your stuff, right? So we're going to provide you insurance for your identity. So you guys have heard of LifeLock, I would imagine. Okay, we do everything that LifeLock does. So we're going to monitor, protect, and insure your identity for you. And we're going to fight it, and we'll make sure, and we'll monitor it all for you, because we don't want you to get into a bind. Because if you get your identity stolen, can it mess your credit up? Can it take money out of your account? Yeah, like all these things, it can put you in a tailspin, and sometimes if it's bad enough, it can rock your world very negatively, all right? And so we want to just prevent all of that, because your identity means a lot to your financial profile, and we want to make sure we keep that intact, all right? Next one is TaxBot. This is one of my favorites. One of the biggest advantages to owning a business is what?
Tax
write-offs. Okay. Our tax write-offs are going to go up or down in our country over time. They're going to go up. Okay? They're going to go up. So, let me ask you another question. Just reality check. Our income's going up or down?
Down. Down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we just be like glass half full? Let's say the same. Right? Now, I understand that some industries, they're going down. But let's not be totally depressed here tonight. Okay? Let's say they stay the same. So if taxes are increasing, cost of life is increasing, and incomes are staying the same, you are in carbon monoxide financial poisoning. Seriously, it's just a slow, painful, I can't catch up, I can't keep up, and people are wondering why the retirement game is changing. It's because all of these circumstances around us, the game of, our grandparents' years and those games 30, 40, 50 years ago, they're gone, they're over. So you have to get proactive. And as I fly around and I start yelling at people like I'm about to do to you, I'm telling you right now, you have to start a business. You've got to start a business in order to maximize and beat the game. You have to. You are not going to be able to just have a job and beat the game. You're going to have to start a business. Now, when I started at 21 years old, I launched my very first business. No one sat me down and taught me what a write-off was and what to track and save this and save that and log this and log that. No one taught me anything. So I went and filed my first year's taxes. I sat down with my accountant, and my accountant goes, "What's your expenses?" And I was like, "A lot." He goes, I can't write that on your tax return. We have to detail this out. You got to tell me what your expenses are. And I totally got baptized by fire in business ownership. Because I literally had a rude awakening, because nobody held my hand and said, here's how you properly maximize a business. Here's how you properly monetize a business. Here's how you properly do all these things. No one taught me. So guess what Tranont's going to do? We're going to teach you to launch a business. When you start Tranont, what are you doing? You're starting a business. So we're going to utilize that business and show you how to maximize it. And we're going to do it and make it simple for you by giving you an app called TaxBot, which is awesome because every single time that you get into your car and you start driving, it's going to GPS your trip for you. Okay? So now, AT&T is really sucking in here. All right. So when you now get done driving, it's going to alert you. Was that a business trip or a personal trip? Now, how many of you are single in this room? Okay, it's okay to admit it. Any of you on Tinder? Okay. So, I've been married 15 years, long before that app ever was created. But the problem, what I understand is that if it's a personal trip, you swipe left, right? And if it's a business trip, you swipe right. And every single time your business trip gets logged, your deduction on your home screen goes up right there on the front page, or the front of your screen. Now, you want that number to get as high as it can possibly get before the end of the year. Do you understand that? Yes. The more write-offs that you have, the bigger refund check you're going to get. Yeah. If you're a business owner, the more write-offs you have, the less tax you pay. Now, is there anyone in this room that wants to pay more taxes than they legally should? No one ever raises their hand to that question, ever. But do you want me to give you something? Tell you something? 84% of Americans overpay on taxes. So almost every one of you in this room are currently right now overpaying on taxes, and you have to get a business yesterday. Yesterday, okay? So now this app will also allow you to snap photos of your receipts, okay? How many of you hate saving receipts, shoe boxes, folders full of receipts? Okay, a month, two before tax time, it's a nightmare because you're trying to really account for everything and label and remember everything. Well, this app every day is you're just spending money or doing what you do for your business. Snap a photo of the receipt, upload it, categorizes it, your number goes up. Okay? So it literally keeps it all organized for you all year long. And at the end of the year, you just hit a little reports button and you send that report to your accountant and you're done. Okay? Everything's logged and taken care of for you. So our mission is to teach you how to not overpay on taxes. Okay? Average savings we provide a family, average, is $300 a month in tax savings. That's $300 bucks. Okay? All right, next is credit services. Oh, this one's lovely. Do you think most people have challenge credit or great credit? Challenge. Average credit score in this country is 599. Who wins when credit scores are 599? The banks do. Okay? The banks do. Now, go to downtown Houston, go to downtown of any major metropolitan city that you want to go into. Who has the largest, sexiest buildings in every downtown area of the region? The banks do. Guys, they don't need any more money. We're trying to stick it to them. Honestly, they do not, people do not and should not pay 10, 15, 20% interest for car loans. They shouldn't. But the banks say, okay, yeah, we'll give you a loan for that car, but you're going to pay 15% for it, and you have no choice because you have to have a car, so you just take it. Okay? So what happens if we can rapidly increase your credit score to where you could walk into the bank and you could say, look, check my score, I want to refinance my car loan. All right, I want to take my 10% loan down to 4%, 3%, right? 5%. Would that save families money? Yes. And we do it all day long. All day long. Okay? Is there a couple of people in this room that have had their credit scores pretty drastically impacted so far by Tranont? Okay? Go ahead and share what your story is so far. What's your name, by the way? Milano. Okay.
Well, I basically only sent my application just about maybe a month ago.
Okay, perfect.
And I've been getting emails and stuff, and right now I'm up to about 20 points.
Okay, 20 points in a month. Okay, that's pretty good, right? Yeah. It's not bad, right? Go ahead, Mr. Deere.
So I've been on it for about 6 months now. I had Lexington Law Firm for about 7 months. Didn't really see a whole lot of change. They've deleted 5 things off my report permanently. My scores went up about 80, 90 points across all 3 bureaus. And I'm starting to get emails from different companies asking me to be a credit card customer.
Absolutely, you will, of course. But isn't it fun to have options? It's fun to have people want your money. That's kind of a fun feeling, right? Now, let me tell you my quick story. I had a 750 credit score when I came into Tranont, which I feel very proud of, right? I've been able to preserve my credit my whole entire business life, which I feel proud of. But when I came into Tranont, I've always been, 720, 750. That's just where I've always hovered in, and I've never been able to get over that hump. So I get involved in Tranont, I submit my profile in, and they go to town, they start working on my stuff. And I get on the phone with them, and she starts telling me, okay, great, well, you don't have a bad report, nothing's negative, there's nothing derogatory on your report, it's just very dirty. And I go, what does that mean? She goes, well, is your house dirty? Or do you like your house dirty? I'm like, no, I like it clean. She's like, that's how I look at your credit report. it's just dirty. To a professional, this is a dirty report, and I want to make it clean. Is that okay with you? I said, yeah, of course. What are you going to do? And she goes, there's the first thing I'm going to do right here, and I'm going to go remove all these, bless you, 6 old addresses off your credit report of places that you used to live. And I go, why does that matter, right? And she goes, well, little do you know, if you have an address on your report, somebody lives at one of your old addresses that has a worse credit score than you, those addresses link on the credit bureaus and it pulls your score down because of their horrible credit. Right? And then she goes, and also, you have, right, your name's Craig Cotter, right? I said, yes. She goes, well, is it Craig R. Cotter or Craig Cotter? I was like, well, both. She goes, is it Craig Kotler? Because you got a Craig Kotler on your report too. I'm like, no, that's not me. She goes, well, guess what? We're going to now make it 1 because little do you know, and it can be just little points here and there, right? But she just, boom, she got my, those names all synced up. She got those creditors or those addresses removed, and my credit score went to 830. Okay, so those are the types of stories that we have. We get results. Period. End of story. Hands down. We get results, and we're going to help you grow your credit score. Another one of my friends up in Utah, he increased his credit score 150 points. Wow. 150 points. He refinanced his car and his mortgage and saved $700 a month.
Wow. Awesome.
Guys, I could go on and on and on. Everyone needs this. Everyone needs this. And because you need professionals, you need outlets of individuals that you can pick up the phone and call and get this assistance and get this help from things that are so confusing out there to the public, and that's why people just deal with bad credit because they don't know how to deal with it.
So true.
Right? Now, next one is legal and tax. We're going to provide you an attorney and an accountant that you can also pick up the phone and call and consult with to get legal advice, legal answers to questions, contracts looked at, phone calls sent or phone calls done for you, letters sent to people that owe you money, whatever. Okay? We can do all that. Our attorneys will do all that for you. They'll also consult with you to make sure you're properly set up with LLCs or corporations, things like that, to lower your what? Tax liabilities, right? So they're going to consult with you to make sure you're properly set up. Our accountants are going to prepare your taxes for you. So just by being involved in Tranont, you now are going to have professionals that are going to oversee, make sure you're taking care of, writing things off, your planning and strategy is accurate, and making sure that you do not pay over what you should. Okay? Now, to get your taxes done by us, you just have to be active with our company for 6 months of the year. That's it. Okay? Now you're going to be active for 12, but at least 6. Okay? Now, if Tranont Legal sets up your corporation for you or your LLC, we'll also include your business filing as well, included in that as well.
Nice.
Okay? Wow. It's pretty cool. That's hundreds of dollars, if not low thousands of dollars you'll save just in having individuals that know what they're doing your taxes for you. Next is Tranont Health. You now can video chat a doctor 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and get diagnosed over your phone. So we're trying to save people money on healthcare costs, office visits, Instacare, all of those things. And now literally, you just video chat a doctor, open up your daggone mouth, right? You got white spots on your tonsils, okay. And all that now they'll do, they'll GPS your nearest pharmacy, and they'll send your prescription right to the pharmacy that's closest to you at the time of the call.
Wow. Awesome.
Is that crazy? Okay? So that's another service. So guys, these services are all designed to save you money in some way, shape, or form. Now, this monthly membership is $125 a month. If you are not utilizing the services, you will balk on value. If you utilize the services, no one balks on value ever. Right? If we're saving you money, $300 on average on taxes, are you balking over $125 a month to get that? No. If we're saving you, like my friend Nolan, who saved $800 with our software on realizing he eats out too much, okay? Do you think he balks over value? No. Absolutely not. Okay? Do you think my buddy who raised his credit score, which by the way is just in and of itself really cool to get your credit score to go up 150 points, but then he goes into the banks and refinances his cars and his loan and his mortgage and saves $700 a month, is he ever going to balk over $125 of value? No. So get in and utilize these services to every degree you can to maximize your potential with it. It's powerful stuff. Okay? Next one is we have also, okay, we have outlets and options for people to save money on their healthcare costs. Okay? Healthcare costs. And I'd just like Mr. Kurt Chalford, would you just share your story of really quickly of how our cost sharing program worked for you?
Yeah, it's been a blessing. Back just in January 2017, Blue Cross Blue Shield raised our insurance. Now, we're business owners, so we had to get our own insurance from Blue Cross. We went out and just got major medical insurance, with a $10,000 deductible, thinking, hey, we're going to get the lowest cost ever. Well, our insurance went up to $1,300 in January. We said, cancel that, please. And then Tranont came through with his medical cost share, and with the $100,000 or the 100% coverage with the $1 million per incident, we're only, for a family of 4, we're only paying $449. That's over $800 a month in savings. So you talk about happy.
Okay? So those options and the outlets are out there for you, okay, that we will supply you connections to that can save you even more money in addition to the core services that I've already mentioned to you. Okay? Now, you want to also take advantage of step 2 of our process, which is we're going to line you up and match you with a wealth coach. Okay? A wealth coach is an individual, okay, that is going to help you maximize the money that we just helped you save by using the core. Now, let me tell you what humanly, habitually, you will do if we go and save you $300 a month. What are you going to do to it? You're going to spend it on food. Okay? So now people, if we save them money, they're already thinking about where they can spend it. True? So what Tranont wants to do is we want to show you how to take that $300 a month and grow it for your future. Raise your hand if you want to retire one day. Okay, I think everybody does. Now raise your hand if you want to retire sooner than later. And again, everyone raise their hand. Well, okay, first of all, most people have zero clue about the outlook of their retirement. True? True. Okay, are most people pretty confident about their retirement and what that's going to look like in the upcoming years? No, people are pretty nervous about it. Is that true? Okay, well, what's the number one reason right now people don't save money? Because they feel like their lifestyle can't support a savings account. Is that true? People spend every cent that they make. So Tranont's going to debunk that, and we are going to literally come in, and we're going to line you up with a wealth coach. The wealth coach is going to show you how the core can start to save you money, and then we're going to take that money and show you what we can do with it, okay, safely, securely, where you'll never lose, but you'll start to grow for your future. Okay? Now, Tranont did this for me, and I was a walking billboard because I had zero retirement when I came into Tranont. Zero. None. Now, that was obviously not smart. I'm 36 years old. Okay? I was 35 years old when I joined Tranont. So, I'm 36 years old, I have zero retirement, 3 kids, beautiful wife, a family, and they are hosed if anything happens to me. Okay? So I meet with one of our licensed agents, and I get my CNA done, confidential needs analysis, and we start talking about what my goals are, right? How much money I want to have, when I want to have it, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And guys, I'm telling you right now, what Tranont was able to do for me, if I just am conservatively living and conservatively doing what I need to do, by the time I'm 65 years old, I'll be able to live on $190,000 a year of tax-free income.
Wow.
$190,000 a year. Okay? Now, what if I want to speed up that 65-year-old age to 45? Guess what the only way to do that is?
Put more money?
Make more money. Make more money. Which, step 3 of Tranont is make as much money as you possibly can. The reason why we don't talk about this in step 1 is because until we create a foundation with you, you're just going to blow it. Okay? So the core creates your foundation. The wealth coach is going to create your future outlook, your plan. And when you have a plan, now the goal is to feed it, right? And you're going to feed it based on what you want to do with it. Now the unique piece of Tranont is that we provide you all three methods. That's the cool part, is that we can also supply you a way to make lots of money. One of the ways we're going to let you do this is by going and referring all the services that I've already mentioned to you to other people. Are there other people out there that could use credit help, tax help, budget help, blah, 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 all that stuff?
Yes.
Yeah. Millions of people. All can use it. So you're going to go out and refer those services. And you can refer our core membership of 125 to small business owners, medium-sized business owners, independent contracting, self-employed people. Great candidates for our 125 package. Now you can also go and look at our strategic partners, and we could go refer these other money-saving services to homes and businesses that put them in a better situation, but also fuel your income power. Now, do you guys know anybody that utilizes credit card processing in their business?
Yes.
Okay. What about TV? Do you know anybody that watches TV? Business phones, solar, background checks is a big corporate service. Home security is another one. Our job is to save people money. Now, here's what's cool about Tranont. Here's what I love. Is that I don't have to know anything about any of those companies or services. I don't. All I do is I take my, oh, no, forget this. I'll just tell a real story, okay? I have a pastor, okay, who's in Tranont, in Chicago, okay? Pastor Robert Medina, an incredible, incredible guy. Pastor Medina, okay, is in Tranont, but one of his great friends is the treasurer of the city of Cicero, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago, okay? All that he did was ask his friend, are you open, or is the city open to saving money? Now, what is his friend going to say? Yes. Of course, that's why the city hires me, so that I can obviously make sure that, you know, we're doing the best possible thing we can for, okay, the city. So all that Pastor Medina did was open up his Tranont app, which all of you get access to as soon as you join, okay? Now, from this app, you have referral links that link to all of these companies. So all that you need to do now is take Mr. Cicero, open up the referral link, so let's call it credit card processing, because that's what they did, okay? And all you do is put in his contact information and hit submit, and then put your phone in your pocket. Our inside team will contact all of your leads, all of your referrals, everybody that you put into our system. We will contact them for you, answer their questions, quote them, close them, get them as a customer for you, and you didn't have to know any information, just match a referral. Is that pretty cool? We saved the city of Cicero, Illinois, $200,000 in fees on their business phones and their credit card processing.
Wow.
Do you think they became our customer? Yes. Okay?
Wow.
And now here's what's cool. As you connect these services, as you refer our core services, you now can start to earn what we call a residual income. Do you guys know what residual income is? Have you heard of that term before? I had no idea what it was, but doing something once and getting paid over and over and over and over and over and over and over again sounded cooler to me than a job. Right? And here's what I will tell you. If you want to get ahead, you've got to make money when you're not working. You have to be able to earn income when you're not physically working. So we're going to do that by teaching you residual income, giving you the opportunity to make residual income. Well, you go refer these services, and what do our customers do every month and every year?
They pay their bills.
They pay their bills. They're going to pay their bills regardless of whether you're on vacation, hanging out with your kids, or in another country. People still pay these bills. Agreed?
Right.
Okay. Well, every single time they pay them, you're now going to earn 10, 20, or 35% every single time they pay them. Now, is 35% a lot? Yes. Okay, that's a lot. I have never seen that. I've been doing this for 15 years, and I have never seen 35% paid for hitting submit on your phone. Yeah. That makes sense? And yes, I do have to know the referral. Okay, great. I already know those people. Let me just refer you in and see if this is a good match for you. Let's see if you can save money. Okay? So now, to get to 35%, you just need 21 or more service referrals. So you can go refer any service that I've communicated to you, any 21 times, and you're golden. Okay? Now, do you have to get 21 every month? No. You just have to get 21 and maintain them, and you'll always be at that 35% tier. So when all those companies pay their bills, Tranont collects money, they're sharing in that with you at 35% with 21 or more services. Okay? Do you think Pastor Medina has 21 or more services? Of course! He would be dumb not to have 21 services on a monster whale of an account like that.
Oh my
Do you get me?
Yeah.
Okay? Because that one account will pay him thousands of dollars a month of residual income at 35%. Thousands. Right? Pretty cool for hitting submit. Right? Now, you guys, any of you gamers in the room? Any of you play games, video games? Okay. There's a cheat code to 21 services. If you put an emphasis or a focus in our core membership, so if you refer our 125 membership to customers out there, you're going to get 3 referrals a pop. So 7 of those core membership referrals, and you're at 21 services. Got it? So if you want to speed to 21 services really, really quickly, okay, focus on referring those core services while you're matching some of these other services up as well. Sound good? Yes. All right. Now, getting started. $349 starts you a Tranont business. Now, is that an inexpensive or an expensive business venture?
Very inexpensive.
Very inexpensive, okay? For a few $100, you can start a business. That can, worst case scenario, provide you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of tax cool stuff. Tax incentives and breaks. Just for having a business. Now, some people, I'm going to get a little pet peeve and a little bit of a soapbox here for a second, okay? Some people look at me in the eyes and they say, I don't have money like that to start a business. The very first thing I want to say to them is, how does that feel? Because it sucks, right? And I don't mean to be rude, but it just sucks when you can't come up with a few $100s for something that could make a big difference in your life. True? That's not a fun feeling. Okay? So I'm just being real. But that same person that told me that today, tomorrow, drops their phone on the ground, shatters their screen, can't function in life anymore. Runs down to the cell phone store and will drop whatever money they have to or need to get back functioning with their phone. Is that a true statement?
True.
That's what bothers me. Okay? We're good. Okay? Don't think I need to assess the floor before I... Okay? But, isn't that kind of funny though, right?
Yeah.
You guys, do people invest more than $349 to get an education?
Yeah.
Guys, like, we all find value in spending a few $100s here and there in our life. Why would we not start a business? Why not start a business? And especially start a business that's going to back you up with the education and maximizing and monetizing that business to the best and highest degree possible. And that's why Tranont's so powerful, is because it's mass catering. 95% of the individuals I talk to can find $349 if it's a priority in their life. Period. Now, if you want to start in our gold or our platinum package, the gold package includes a business entity set up by our legal team right out of the gates, as well as your start fee, okay? Now, if you want the platinum package, it includes an estate plan, as well as a business setup, as well as your start fee. So whatever, period of life that you are currently in, okay, those packages are designed to save you money by getting started right the very first time. Now, it's better to start than do nothing. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
It's always better to start. So if you can only do the $349, do it. I'm not telling you to wait. Do it, because it's better to get going than it is to sit idle. So get started and get up and going very, very quickly. Now, your 125 core membership is included in that very first month's $349. So it's not $349 plus $125. That includes your first month, and then it's going to be $125 a month there after. And the reason why we include it in the 349 is because we want you to start utilizing the services day one. Okay? Day one. So they can start providing you value very rapidly and very early and quickly. Okay? Now, we'll provide you the system, the apps, the websites, the customer support. Everything that you need to function and run is all run by corporate. You just get to plug and refer. You're plugged in, you're referring everything that I've talked about and starting to earn income based around our system, which we will teach you. Now, do you believe there are people out there that would like to make more money, yes or yes?
Yes.
Yes or yes. Everybody, okay? Now, all that you need to do, and 350 million potential people, okay? How many people are in Houston? 9 million? 6 million, okay? All right, whatever, 6, 7 million. More than 3. Is that true? Okay. So, is it true that just in Houston, it would probably be pretty simple to identify 3 individuals that would like to start a business, make more money, and get smarter in their financial life? Yes, okay? Now, how many of you are grateful and excited that you don't have to be the one that presents this information to those people?
Yes.
Yeah, you should be. Okay? Especially after tonight, you're going to run and be all excited and want to tell this to somebody, but you're not going to know how it looks. You're just talking. And then all of a sudden, they think it sounds illegal. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay? So, stop. You just need to get the people that you think, right, these 3 that you want to show this business to, and match them with somebody else that's not you. Okay? So you want to take a third party that can present this information to them, because how many of you will quickly realize your friends and family don't particularly listen to you?
Yes.
But they will listen to another person. Is that true?
Yes.
That's why you need to link them with another party. Okay? And we'll teach you how to do that. So you get 3 active associates in your team. I started my wife. Okay? I sponsored my wife. Why would I sponsor my wife? Because 2 checks are better than 1. Okay? So I put my wife into the business, and then I put my father and my brother. Now, what do those 3 people have in common? They love me enough to look at something. End of story. If I ask them, would you give me an hour of your life to show you what I'm excited about if in fact you would love to make more money? Right? Do you want to make more money? Yeah? Great! Trust me enough to look at this for an hour and then tell me what you think. Is that okay? Okay? And that's really how simple you have to make it. Now, is it true that some people like brownies and some don't?
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
Some people like chocolate, some don't. Is that true? Okay. Here's how I look at this process. If I ask you if you want to make money, you're going to say yes or no. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, now think about how dumb this sounds. Let's say I have a plate of brownies. What's your name? Okay, Viviana with a V? Viviana, okay? So I go to Viviana, she's my friend, and I say, would you like a brownie? And she says, no. Now, what if I looked at the brownies, looked at her, looked at the brownies, and I threw them on the ground in disgust and got so mad because she didn't want to take a brownie? When in all actuality, she just doesn't like them. Okay, she's allergic to chocolate. Great. So she wouldn't want one of my brownies, right?
Right.
Okay, but the normal person would be like, okay, cool, that's fine, no problem, more for me. Or, would you like a brownie? See what I'm saying? Look, I want to give away these brownies. I made them. I'm really excited to give them away. Now, do you want a brownie? Great, here is one. Make sense? Okay. I ask her, do you want to make money? She says, no, I'm allergic to money. Immediately I go right to her and say, okay, great. Are you open to making money? And she says, yes. And I say, I have to show you something. Please make it that easy. Please. Please. Okay? When someone says no, it doesn't mean anything about Tranont, doesn't mean anything about you. It just means they said no. Okay, got it? All right?
Yes.
Soapbox down. Here we go. Find 3. Find 3 that say yes. They're all going to utilize the core services. You're going to start making $100 a month of residual income. What does that $100 pretty much pay for? Your core membership. So we want to get you those 3 people as quickly as possible, so you're getting all of your core services for $25 a month.
That's awesome.
Right? Now, help 3 individuals that you introduced, each find 3 people. Now, does that seem overly hard? No, if you found 3, is it pretty safe that they could probably find 3 apiece as well? The answer is yes, right? So, once you go and help 3 show 3, we're going to pay you a car bonus, okay, of $350 total dollars every month. Now, this car bonus is designed to start chipping away at whatever car payment you currently have in your house. Okay? Now, the average car payment in the country is $375. So with 12 people in your team, we're pretty much covering the majority of cars paid for in this country.
Yeah.
Now, is that cool?
Yes.
Because if we can eliminate that car payment, does that free up some flexibility financially for people?
Yes.
Yep. Now, if you go out and get a Jeep, okay, we're going to up your car allowance to $600 a month.
Wow.
Nice.
So now go and get a Jeep. You have a $600 payment, okay? And you can go get any Jeep that you want. The only stipulation we have is it just has to be 3 years new. That's all. Okay? So go get any Jeep that you want. I don't care what it is. I don't care the color. I don't care anything. I just want you to have a Jeep. Now here's why I want you to have a Jeep. Number 1, financially speaking, they have the highest resale value in their class. So if we're a financial coaching company, we're going to promote a car that you're most likely not going to lose money on. Okay? Number 2, we chose Jeep because no one else is doing it. Right? We don't want to be like everybody else, just like we're not trying to be like any other company out there. We want to be different, and we want to set a new standard in this industry. Okay? Number 3, marketing. Now, when my friends and my family and everybody around me sees my Jeep, do they ask me about it? Okay. Do they want one when I tell them that my company is paying me for it? Okay? So, I drive a Jeep. Now, I just want you guys to know I make plenty of money to not have to drive a Jeep if I didn't want to. I drive a Jeep because I'm in the cause. I'm a part of the cause. And I believe that this cause can influence millions of people.
Yes.
Okay? Now, let me tell you, my Jeep. I drive around my Jeep, and right there on the front of my hood, okay, right here, I have a big old jacked up blue Jeep Wrangler. Okay, I say Tranont right here. Mine says Tranont right here where it says Rubicon. Mine says Tranont. Do you know how many people ask me what Tranont is? What's Tranont? What's Tranont? Some people say Tranont. What's Tranont? Okay, and guess what my canned answer is every single time? It's the company that pays me to drive this.
Oh, awesome.
And guess what they say? Everything. Are they doing more of that? Or would they do that for other people? You guys, it's a marketing tool for me.
Yes.
Okay? For me, number 1, I'm a marketing mind. That's what my mind is I'm a marketing mind. Whatever I can do to get people asking me about my business, I want. Do you get it?
Yes.
Okay? So that's why we want to create the biggest and largest Jeep club in Houston that we possibly can. Because it's going to mean, yes, it's fun, it's cool, and it's awesome. But number 2, every Jeep you see that has Tranont on it means that that family is in a better financial situation.
Yes.
All right. So those are the Jeeps. Okay. Now we've got our first. Is Jeanette Knox here?
Yes.
Yes. Come on up, Jeanette. Let's give her a round of applause. She's the very first Jeep qualified individual in Lufkin. Okay? Congratulations. 2 hours quick. Go ahead and tell everybody your story.
I'm Janet Knox. I'm a registered nurse. I've been a nurse for 45 years. And I'm also a retired U.S. Army for 24 years of service. And I retired as a colonel.
Thank you so much.
I joined Tranont in March 2015, and in less than 2 months, I got my 12 members in there, and I got qualified for the Jeep. And I was in the Holy Land when I got promoted. I got my Jeep last Saturday, last Friday, yes. And the sales man, I also made business with him. at the same time when I went to get for the Jeep.
Good girl.
I said, I'm gonna be a partner with you. I will get all the Jeeps that, from the group that are qualified, but you also sign up for membership. And I said, there are 3 people there that are near to qualify for the Jeep. And I said, one needed 1, the other one needed 2, and the other one needed 5. I said, I'll get each one of them to meet their 12 so that they can get their Jeep.
Thank you so much. You did awesome. Thank you very much. Big round of applause. That's great. Okay, so let me wrap this up by explaining to you our bonuses, okay? All of Tranont, okay, is related to volume, all right? Everything. Volume promotes you. Now let me tell you where volume comes from. If you have people utilizing the core membership, okay, every associate that ever joins your team is worth a minimum of $100 of volume. Got it? Because they're paying $125 a month. $100 of that is volume, okay? And Tranont will give you $100 of volume per associate in your team. So at 12 associates in her team, okay, Janet's team, that's how much in volume? 1,200. Good job, okay? So 12 associates or 1,200 in volume, group volume, is going to be a $600 Jeep allowance. Got it? Yes. What if she doesn't have a Jeep? $350. Okay, you got it. Okay? So, how can somebody be worth more than $100 of volume?
Customers.
If they refer customers. Right. Now, do we make it attractive for you to want to go get customers with 35% staring at you? Yeah. Big time. Do we make it simple for you by just allowing you to open up your app and refer connections to our services? Yes. Okay, so we want you to know we've made it so easy for you to want to go refer customers, get 35%, and then every single time your team is growing and referring all those customers, your volume is going to skyrocket as both associates are joining and customers are being acquired. Okay, got it? Yes. Now, let's break down this volume here very quickly, okay? So $300 of volume, okay, would be 3 associates minimum, $100 of residual income. 12 associates in your team, 12 associates in your team, $1,200 in volume, $600 of Jeep bonus income, okay? And then, as your volume goes up, $2,500, $5,000, $7,500, $10,000, your residual income increases every single time you hit one of those volume thresholds. Now, how many of you are excited for the fact that you could just know what the volume is you're trying to get to, and as soon as you hit that volume, here's my residual check for it? Yeah. Isn't that nice? So now you just get to go produce volume and collect residuals off that volume in addition to your 35% personal.
Yes.
Okay, so there's both ways. Now, once you hit, okay, SFC right here, 7,500 in volume. Now that could be 75 associates or 30 associates with customers, right? Make sense? Okay, so it's just 7,500 in volume. We're going to add another bonus to your check called a retire bonus. If you accomplish step 2. What was step 2? CNA. Okay, CNA, the confidential needs analysis with one of our licensed agents or wealth coaches. If you put some type of savings plan in place, we don't care the amount, because that's all based on you. We don't care about the amount. But if you put any type of plan in place, we're going to add $100 to your check every single month. So if you're saving $50 a month, we still add $100 to your check. Is that cool? Okay? So we're paying you to save money. We're paying you to build for the future. We're paying you to build towards your retirement. Okay? Which is crazy. No company's ever done that for me before. All right? Now, that retire bonus will continuously go up and up and up and up. So you look here, it goes from 100 all the way up to 500 extra dollars a month based on rank. Okay? So let me tell you what I did. I got started, then what I tell you, who was my very first associate? I signed up my wife. I built my wife a volume organization. She collects a $500 retire bonus every month, and I do. $1,000 a month gets paid to us because we're saving money. It's worth a chuckle. It really is. It's like, that's crazy, okay? Now, whether it's $100 a month or $125,000 a month, do you think there's one of those boxes we could get you excited or motivated by in any number in between that? 100 to 125,000 a month? Of course we can. So here's what I will tell you. You just need to let us know. Let the group, let the leaders, let the individuals that are mentoring you, let them know what part-time dollar amount you would like to make, and they'll tell you what volume goal we need to go out and get together. What's your full-time goal of income that you want to make? Great, let's look at that volume. We know exactly what to help you get to. It's black and white. There's no guessing. There's no up-tos. There's no weirdness. There's no, asterisks and weird little loopholes that are trying to keep it. No, hit the volume, get the pay. Now, we got one more promotion. A 2-star financial consultant is Arturo and Ashley Balderas here. Yeah. Congratulations, sir. Love it, man. Love it. Okay, tell everyone your name. Well, you're Arturo. Obviously, it's on the screen.
My name's Arturo, and Ashley, my beautiful wife. Just a little bit about me for those of you that don't know me. Been a pharmacy technician for the past 10 years. Been blessed ever since Tranont came across us. And I mean, we just came in, with the mentorship with the Deere brothers, just stuck with them, followed the system, and, now we're 2-star. It's crazy. Been in it for about no more than 5 months. And what's crazy is that I have an FC in LA, and I haven't even met that person. So that's the power of the business. And, thank y'all for it.
Congratulations. All right, so guys, we've got so much room to grow here, okay? I'm very excited. He mentioned the Deere brothers. The Deere brothers right now are our highest ranking individuals in all of Houston. Mr. John Deere, Mr. David Deere, okay? John's right here. And these individuals are really spearheading this, and I'm very, very excited for them because what they've done is really started to create the system that's brewing and going here in Houston. And they're doing it and getting massive recognition from, you guys just had the CEO of our company here a week and a half ago, right? So he was here doing a training for you guys a week and a half ago, and you've had owners coming through here, you've had leadership coming through here. You guys, your future is in your own hands based on how seriously you want to take this. Support is not your problem. We're going to support you. Tranont Corporate's going to support you. Leadership's going to support you. Obviously now here in the market, we have anchoring local support that's here to help you. We have training that we are putting in place for you every month to take advantage of. And all you have to do is say to yourself, I want to be one of the serious pioneers of Houston and override this monster of a city. Okay? So it's up to you. Now here's what I will tell you. If it's none of you, I'll find another person in 6 million people that it wants to be it. Okay? Okay? I have flown in and done meetings in this city with 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 people before. I've spoken and taught home-based business to in this city before. Okay? And I know our room of 60 people right here can be 1,000 people in a room in a short period of time if all of you link arms and you really start getting around our mission here, and we can do some big things for people, and you guys can make a lot of money. Woo. Okay? Is that fair? All right. Now, getting started in the month of May, okay, here's why if I were you, I'd be getting started right away, okay? Again, when's the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. When's the second best time to plant a tree? Right now, okay? So, we all wish we could get 20 years back, right? In our life somewhere, somehow. We all wish it. So here's what I'm telling you. Do not let Tranont be one of those things that you say, I should have just got started 6 months ago. I should have just got started a year ago. I should have just got started 2 months ago. Because let me tell you something, life doesn't ever change. You might say, well, I'm so busy right now. Yeah, guess what? You're going to be busy in 2 months from now. We're all busy. It's all priorities. Whatever we prioritize, we put focus in. So if you want to make Tranont one of your priorities, doesn't have to be the top, one of your top priorities, you can have success and get things going on a part-time level to get up and started. Okay? But Tranont's going to give you a boost, and we're going to go out and supply you up to $1,000 of quick start money. Well, actually, a little bit more than that, but on this particular promotion, if you go and refer 3 retail customers, which is TV, business phones, solar, or credit card processing, if you do that in your first 30 days, okay, and they close, you can't submit. We got to get customers. So if you will get 5 new customers in your first 30 days, we're going to pay you a $1,000 bonus, okay, for referring 5 customers. Amazing. Is that pretty insane or what? Yeah. Okay, that's phenomenal. Now, if you achieve executive with your 3 personally sponsored associates within your first 15 days of starting this with us, so you get started tonight, 2 weeks from now, you find your 3 people. You can do it. Okay? You can do it if you get those people in front of the information. We'll pay you an additional $200 for a total of, okay, $1,200+ in your very first month for doing this. Okay? Now, I did mention if you get with one of our life agents, okay, our licensed agents, and you have your CNA done within your very first 30 days, and you execute a savings plan with us, we're going to increase your monthly check all the way down to those lower positions there, okay? Anywhere from $10 to an extra $40 a month, okay? Very new in your career, okay? So in essence, you hit executive in your first 15 days, get your CNA done, refer these services, you have $1,210 worth of potential in your first month, okay? Got it? All right. Now, the training and support is huge. Like I mentioned to you, we have a training that's going on here regularly. But right now, the only training that I care about is the one that's taking place next month on June 23rd and 24th in Salt Lake City. Yes. Yeah. It's our company convention. Anyone who's anyone, everyone that wants to be a part of what Tranont is doing and what we're about to do is going to be in Salt Lake City on the 23rd and 24th. That's right. Okay? I just flew here for you. You can fly up there to see the owners. Okay? Not joking. The best money you will ever spend. If I were you, I'd be calling in Sky Miles. I'd be doing whatever I can do. Okay? I'd eat granola bars for a weekend to make sure that I could get the training and realize the vision and the reality of what Tranont really is. I have complete confidence in Tranont. You guys don't have that confidence yet. Why don't you come get it from the owners and get it from the company and come see what we're all about? Amen. Is that a deal? Yes. Now let me tell you how much power this gives you. When you come back to Houston on June 25th, and people, you start talking, you start building, you start getting to these 6-7 million people, right? And you start talking, how much more powerful are you when you say, guess what? Last weekend I flew up to Utah. I met these guys. I heard them. This is the real deal. I was with thousands of other friends of mine that are doing this across North America. This is bigger than you can imagine. You better get in or you're going to be left out. Or you could say, oh yeah, I don't even really know if this is going to work. Because I haven't really met anybody else except for anyone in Houston that's doing this. Tranont corporate office might not even be there. I don't even know. Right? Which would you rather be? You want to be the confident one. You want to be the confident one that's going to give you the story and the power to talk with as much confidence as I am. Okay? Guys, I'm telling you, right now is the time for you to dial it in and be the biggest, baddest, best market in Tranont, because Houston can do it. You guys just have to literally lock arms and go and promote these executives, get this residual income rolling, get Jeep after Jeep after Jeep after Jeep getting qualified, getting people lined up with those CNAs. I'm telling you, if you follow that system, you guys are going to be so solid, and you're going to be our fastest growing market, I promise you, if you'll dial in and do that. Okay? So, the dear brothers have asked me, okay, so our presentation is over, right? But what they've asked me to do is, for those of you that would have to go, okay, you're more than welcome to go, right? And if you are a guest here tonight, right, and obviously, we want to be very respectful of your time, okay? I will tell you something though. They would like me to do just a little 1, 2, 3 step, what would you do next if you were us, okay? Type of little miniature training, okay? Not an all-night training, it's literally just a little miniature training of the 3 steps that I would do if I were you guys wanting to go and be able to leave here tonight and have success in the next 7 days. So, if you want to listen to me do that, then what we're going to do is just literally take a quick little 5 minute, I want to keep it super short, for those individuals that have to slip out, get a breath of fresh air really, really quick. I know it's hot in here, I get it, I'm sweating too, but we're all family. But then, if you could stick around with me for another few minutes, I'm going to give you a few extra tips. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. Now those of you that are guests here in the room, okay, would you raise your hands? I just want to get a piece of paper in your hand. Okay, please, we can spread these out really, really quickly. If you're sitting next to somebody brand new and they're not raising their hand, raise yours for them like this. Okay?
I think you wanted one, didn't you?
This is the piece of paper that you would fill out choosing to start your Tranont business immediately. Okay? You're going to want to make sure that you get this form filled out, and then where it says referring associate ID, you need to make sure you're putting the ID number of the individual that referred you here tonight. I know that some individuals in this room have been referred by people outside of this city. Is that true? Okay? Some people knew I was coming into town, called a couple friends and said, go to this location and listen to this information. If that's the case, you're being referred by them. Does that make sense? Yes. Because when you refer somebody in another city, don't you want them to be treated with respect and love from that group in that city to help everyone grow and everyone build across the country and North America? Right? So everyone in Houston treats everyone equally, everyone in Phoenix is going to treat everyone equally, and so on and so forth. Sound good?
Yes.
Okay. So get that piece of paper filled out. And is Mr. Goldstein here, by the way? I've never met you face to face, sir. It's good to meet you. I just want to recognize